Hi, there's Life Prepper, and today I'm working in my car, of course. And when you're on the road traveling and things like that, you may do what you can. What I'm doing is I'm harvesting boneset, and I'm cutting it all up by hand. I'm grinding it, and a lot of the areas that I'm picking it up from is areas where there's property for sale, buildings are closed down. And the thing is normally I would leave a lot of the flowers and things behind. But when you see property that's for sale, the wooded area and stuff, there's no guarantee the following year you're going to come back and see it. Because I have went to places and harvest boneset, and the following year it'll be all plowed under. They used it for hay, or they cleaned the trees off and they put a building up or whatever. So whenever you're doing it, but boneset here, the flower's a little wilted. When it does go to seed, the seeds are really very, very small. Now when I'm processing this, I'm cutting the flowers, and I cut the top part of these little stems here. I cut some of it, and then of course I process the leaves. Now with a boneset plant, you can see right here, the stem looks like it's growing right through the leaves. So you see here on each side here on it. I found this today. Another area I was looking at, they were doing some repairs out in that area, so I couldn't get to the area. It's a park area, and they're going to end up going in there and cutting down a bunch of the plants and cleaning it, So I'm trying to get to the plants before they clean it for the year. So as you can see here, now this here, the reason it got called boneset or bone breaker or flu thing is because of the benefits that it was used. This here used to be considered a money plant before they started using aspirins and other things. That pharmacists used to pay people to harvest this and bring it into the pharmacy. Now it's good it stimulates the immune system. It helps fight off colds and flus, and it stimulates the immune system and the cell structure as well. And it's an anti-inflammatory, and it's an immune booster. It helps with cleaning your blood and things like that. It's also a fever reducer. What it does is they do it to increase your body temperature up, and then to help break overall fever on it. So I've already made a tincture of this. I've got a couple of bottles of tincture that I've already made of this. You can see here, and I hand cut all my plants here. I'm hoping that I can find enough to harvest and grind and maybe put some of it on my Etsy store. If not, I'll still have enough here to make me up some tinctures and maybe do some bartering with some other people for some other herbs or plants or whatever. But like I say, you use the leaves and the flowers, and I use the upper part of the softer part of the stems right here. I use this part of the stems. What you'll see a lot of people, they'll grind these things up, and then they're using the entire stem here. I don't use the entire stem. I just use the top part where the flower is, and I only go so far down, and then that's it. It's getting that time of year where you got, a lot of them being chewed on and things. So for me, it don't really bother me for my personal use if I get a few leaves that's not in the best of shape. They've done had their dinner and they've left. So after you get so far down, the leaves can get pretty shabby, pretty bad, depends on the time of year. If you turn around and you harvest early part of the year, and you take right here and cut right here, you can get enough here and then leave this, and it'll re-sprout. You can see some little fresh shoots right here. It will re-sprout. This here is really, the Indians used it. I'm going to use it. I've got some friends that I've made some tinctures up for. And so, like I say, when you're looking for it, you're looking for right here. It goes through the stem. Do not get it. You do not get it mixed up with snake root and things like that. Do your research. Do your reading. Get you some herb books and everything. And if you're wanting to make tinctures and fix you up a cabinet for your medicines and things like that, for more of a substantial living, or off-grid living, or whatever, or traveling living, this is something you want to add into your medicine stuff. Your tinctures will last for years. Everclear is a lot stronger. If you want a flavored one, you can use whiskey, you use brandy, you use fruit flavor, whatever you want to use. If you want to add a little lemon into it, you want to add a little sugar into it, or a little honey into it, you can make your tincture customized for your own use. So this is Live Prepper here saying, think about nature, think about the benefits of it and the plants, and be safe.